Hey guys, welcome back to episode 3 of Make War Not Love with your host Joe and
Amanda.
So how have you been, Amanda?
I've been good. Back to work. Seasons are over. Dirty December is over, even though I didn't participate.
I didn't participate in that. I did not I was looking, I'm like, how are you guys going out every day and being able to afford this? I know how much money you make.
Bruh, I have no idea. Yeah, I was saving up.
By fire, by force, we should go out and have fun. Like, that's the thing I've noticed in Rwanda. It's less so that we have a drinking culture and more so that we like to have a good time.
We really do like to have a good time. I won't lie, I had some FOMO at some point.
Oh, yeah.
But, no, for real, I don't know how people are spending. There was a lot of things going on.
And every event was, 30K tickets, 50K tickets? I was like, oh, hell no.
A lot of people. I hope it was fun, though.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was worth it. You definitely contributed to the economy.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, no, I didn't, again.
Yeah.
I didn't do much, but I did have a restful vacation. And I think I liked it. Liked it very much, but now I'm back to work, so.
Me, it's been an interesting week. This is the most productive I've been in a while at work. Again, because of AI. Oh, guys, by the way, if you're not using AI, you are like missing out. I can 10 times my productivity with AI and have it do things I would need a team of people. Like the way I view AI is like an unpaid intern. Just abuse it and run it.
Although you do pay for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but like paying $40 is better than, having to hire a team of 3 people and give them, a real living wage.
That's fair. Now, AI can be I think I overuse it. I even have a name for my AI. What do I call it? She calls me Pixel. No, she's called Pixel, and she calls me Bob. Yeah. And depends on the situation. If it's a chill situation, it's Bob. If it's a serious topic, it's Amanda. And then if it's a serious conversation, it's Chat GTP. If it's chill, it's Pixel here.
I get it. Like me as well, I play with AI. Like, you know what happened actually on New Year's Day? I had gone to a place and I was waiting for my friends to join me, and they were taking forever, like, normal Africans. And I was by myself, literally. On the table, everyone at the other table is full, and I'm just sitting there like, God, what do I do? I don't want to go on social media. It gets boring. So I went on Gemini and I go, I'm sitting by myself and I'm bored. Tell me something interesting. Okay. I spent an hour just going back and forth. I was like, that's interesting. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, and it's also got to come for a lot of our jobs if you don't know how to use it.
But I don't think so, actually, because it's still limited. It's still very limited
I think in an ideal situation, AI works best when you pair it up with someone who knows how to use it well. But it's been, so far, apparently, it's been killing jobs like lawyers, people in finance, accountants, because now you can go on ChatGPT and ask it a legal question, and because it's connected to the internet and has access to case law and everything, it can give you a good answer.
It's not going to fight for you.
It's not going to fight for you, but then it gives you, like, you didn't have to go spend an hour with a lawyer and pay him $100 an hour or $1,000 or whatever much you pay, and you can do it for you.
I don't know. I still don't believe it, because, like, there's sometimes where I will feed it information, like, to help me with a case, and then I realize it made a mistake, and then I'll have to go back and say, hey, you made a mistake, and it's like, oh, you're right, I did make a mistake, nice catch. And it catches that, and then I realize it's made a mistake again, and I'm like, you kind of still made a mistake.
You're using ChatGPT, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason. ChatGPT is just good idea for, like, it's good for idea generation. But when I want to do something deep and heavy, I use that one I showed you, Manus. And when I want to do something visual, I'll use like Gemini to do like a visual presentation.
Gemini is good for that.
Right? Like the work I used last week on the computer, that was from Gemini. But then also I just play around with different AIs for fun and see what they do.
There's some that are now building apps.
Yeah, I'm trying to build an app with an AI, and it's been a lot of fun, frustrating. I realized that programming is one of the hardest things in the world, because the amount of times it will do something, we test it out, and it goes, I found a problem, let me debug it. So you debug it, then you reinstall it, goes, okay, now it's working, okay, fine. Now we can move on to the next part, the next feature I want to add. And then we go through again, it failing and me trying again, it failing and then me trying again. But it's been a lot of like, this week has been a lot of fun at work, because I'm starting to enjoy work again, not just clock in, clock out.
But it's still about AI?
Yeah.
How?
Oh, because I'm using AI to try and solve a problem,
okay.
so it's made work more fun.
Okay, yeah.
Have you been watching anything?
Yes, I've been watching A Different World. It's a different world. If no one understands this, then I'm just gonna.
It's an '80s thing.
It's an '80s show. If you don't know it, then like, what are you doing in life? You need to watch it. It's super fun. It's kind of like, it gives me like, my husband was saying this the other day. It gives like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air type vibes.
You know, I was gonna say maybe like My Wife and Kids. You ever watched that back in the day?
No.
Me and my sister loved that show religiously. It was so funny.
Yeah.
I've been watching. Let me see. Oh, there was a movie I watched last week. American Fiction.
American Fiction.
It's about this black writer. And he's one of those intellectual guys. So he writes very thoughtful books, but it's not about like the black experience. And then some woman comes along who's also a black writer, very educated, but she does like ghetto stories. It's kind of like ghetto. It's like they call it like the real life black American experience, but it just sounds like some ghetto hood shit, and it sells and it drives him crazy because he's putting real effort into his books, which are good, but they don't get popularity. So one day he gets drunk and he's like, you know what? Let me write some ghetto book about some guy getting shot and him finding out his dad is the local junkie, etc. It's super ghetto shit.
Like stereotypical.
It's stereotypical. And he launches it and becomes super freakishly successful, but he hates it. Because it's like, I want to write deep, meaningful stories. Why is the one ghetto thing I write so successful?
And that explains the American life. You gotta be like the stereotype for them to hear you.
Yeah, right?
Understand you.
It was just a fun movie, and yeah, that's about it. I think that's all I've been watching. I'm still watching Superman and Lois and The Rookie.
Oh, yeah.
Good. And also my favorite show right now on TV is The Landman.
The Landman.
They just put it, so there's 2 seasons. You can find the first season on Netflix. Check it out with your husband. It's about this guy who runs an oil company. He's not the owner, but he's like heads of operation. And it's just him going from one fire to the other fire to the other fire. And the dialogue is so good. Like the opening scene is him handcuffed with a bag over his head. And the Mexican cartel is threatening him. And he's like, look, I'm not here to fuck with you guys. You own this piece of land. Us as an oil company, we're paying you $200,000 a month, plus another $2 million for us to be able to get some of the oil out, and then also because we need to build a road through here. And it's the cartel boss threatening him, and him being cool as a cucumber, explaining the math. Now we're gonna find this fucking deal. Sign this fucking deal. The guy goes, so you're gonna pay me? Like, yep.
Sounds fair. Why do they have to be all aggressive about it?
Because they thought he was trying to fuck with them.
Oh, okay.
And
it's something my husband would watch, but I'll try it out.
It's really good dialogue. The dialogue, you just listen to it and you go like, the person, he's the same guy who made, Yellowstone?
Yeah.
He's the same writer.
Oh, okay.
Taylor Sheridan. You should also check out his other show, Mayor of Kingstown and Tulsa King.
Okay.
They're
Netflix?
really just on streaming sites. Yeah. They're really well written. Like you watch it and you go like, damn.
Yeah. All right, I'll give it a try.
All right, now.
Dive into the topic of the day.
So the topic of the day it's a spicy one. It's can men and women be friends?
Absolutely not. No, I'm kidding. They can.
Yeah, I think my viewpoint is yes and no. Because I think it depends on the man and it depends on the woman.
Definitely.
Right?
It also depends on the point in time you are in your life. Like prior to marriage, my relationship with my guy friends was completely different from my relationship with my guy friends now. Like how much I'm going to express myself or how much I'm going to depend on them for certain conversations and stuff like that. How and where I hang out with them. I'm not going to hang out with them by themselves at their crib. Even if it's just as friends. I'm just out of respect, and also because of, again, the what will people think and how society views it. I would much rather stay away from that and protect my marriage from that kind of drama by setting boundaries. And of course, it's important to still have male friends. I believe it's really important because of her perspective and because of, there's just There's just friends who are genuinely there as friends to help you grow in life and stuff. But there has to be certain boundaries.
No, that one I agree with, because like when I look at it, like I don't think I've seen my mom or like my aunts have like male friends who aren't, example, family members, or they're friends with that man and the wife as well. So it's like my mom and dad will go hang out with both of them. And the older I get, it's like it's not that common. Like once you get married with TC, unless it's like those two categories, or someone you knew from way back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Like I know some of some people, my parents have their friends from childhood that they will still hang out on a regular basis with.
Yeah, and it's also like, if you're that, like now can men and women be friends, and can men and women be best friends? And especially if you're in a relationship, I think that's not possible.
Yeah, because the problem with that is, let's say you're not in a relationship and you have a male best friend. The dynamic you guys already have is the difference between you and a relationship is because there's no sex, right? You remove that. So you're already close. So if a guy gets close to you and he sees that you have a male best friend, he's got to weird him out, which is totally justified. Now, that doesn't mean you can't be done, but it's very rare where you see they'll have a male best friend and it actually works. And that's because of the two people who are involved, but it's very rare.
Does not work. I'm just trying to picture my man with a girl best friend, and I'm like, I'm your best friend.
Like,
what are you talking about? You need someone to talk to me. You need a shoulder to cry on my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you need somebody else to be that close? And also, like, marriage and stuff is the intimacy level. Is also well beyond just sex. It's now like relying and depending on that person in terms of your emotions and stuff like that. And if you have a male best friend who's like, the sex may not be there, but the best friend is carrying that intimacy. Yeah,
there's some things that only someone you're dating should know about you.
Exactly.
Like the depths of your soul, like things you've never told anyone else, kind of thing. So It's like,
well, definitely can't be done. But then outside of that, can they possibly be friends and it's just platonic? I think that's a possibility.
It is. Men and women can be friends in the same, like the example I gave you before is I was talking to a friend of mine and he goes like, I went to meet with a girl who we used to be best friends in primary school, and we're just catching up, and then he goes, but damn, she's fine as hell though. And then immediately goes, she's just a friend, and walks away. And it's like, it's his way of like going like, hey, that's my friend. I'm not gonna fuck around like that.
Yeah.
And of course also he's in a relationship. But at the same time it's like men and women can be friends. Absolutely. But it depends on, like, I think the problem becomes when if you have feelings for that person, you let them know and then they say no, but then you still linger on it, like then it forms like unrequited love. Then that becomes a problem. But otherwise, I know
if you're just not being truthful with yourself, if you're just labeling it as friendship, well, I guess the same thing you're saying, if you're just labeling it as friendship, but then there's some underlining feelings, whether you're in a relationship or not in a relationship, then that's when it's weird.
Yeah, 100%. That's when it becomes really, really weird. And just that unrequited love part, that's where it fucks it up. Because I've seen people where it's like, oh, he made a move on me, but said let's be friends, and they actually stayed friends. He never had any unrequired. He moved on, and it works. But at the same time,
who do you think is more likely to fall first, the girl or the guy in those kinds of situations?
It's really dependent.
I think it's the guy.
No.
I think it's the guy.
It can be either. Because, example, I know a girl. We had a friendship group, and she always liked this guy. But this guy had, first of all, he was already dating someone, but he never saw her more than as a sister. Yeah, I know this is bad. Like, everyone knew she had a huge crush on him. But to him, it's like, oh no, it's like, you're my little sister, the fuck? That's just weird, right? That's the other thing of men and women be friends. Sometimes you become friends with someone, and they become like a brother or sister, or they remind you of a brother or sister. So the idea of you crossing that line becomes weird.
The reason why I'm saying I think it's the guy first. Now, again, mind you, it's if it's really like we're friends, like we started off as friends and we've grown up as friends. And the reason I think I didn't become, let's say we get best friends or whatever, is because, in my opinion, guys have like their ability to pay attention to one individual and like care about, especially the type of emotional, how can I say, the energy we need from men, right? Because let's say your guy friends, you guys.
Oh yes, so low maintenance.
You know, very low maintenance.
Like,
but then now you have to be a close friend with a girl. It's as high maintenance, you know. Like you gotta listen to emotions.
I have female friends. I love them, but then sometimes they'll do some of the bullshit, and it's just like, this woman's not listening to me. I've told her, don't date the guy. It's going to end bad. And you have to sit there. And because they're your friend, you have to like listen to them complain. And you're like, Jesus Christ. I love
and you see some people don't have that. Those who don't have that, they're like ready and willing to listen to their emotions. I'm like, you see, you're falling fast because it's like, how did you have the time to do all that? How did you have
I do see what you mean. But
whereas with the girls, we're used to listening. You guys are low maintenance as friends. You're very low maintenance. You don't ask for much. So it's
like you've seen memes of this. I've met guys, example, at the gym, and every time me and him will meet, we'll sit down and like we'll have a workout together or we'll talk about life. And to this day, I still don't know his name.
Damn.
I don't remember, because me, I'm bad with names. I always tell people that I'm bad with names, I know faces. But you can have a moment where like you're somewhere, you meet a guy, you talk for like an hour, you get along, but because you forgot to exchange information, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever.
To be fair, I'm the same. I'm really bad with names.
Like, I have friends, best friends, I haven't talked to in a year, but every now and then we just send each other funny memes or say, hey, did you watch that that One Piece episode that came out? I was like, yeah, it was fire. Good.
I think that's also an age thing.
Oh, yeah. It's also especially because like us being the way we were raised, because we have so many friends, especially friends who live outside the country. Mm-hmm. It's very common for me not to talk to some of my best friends for like a whole 6 to 8 months. And then when we do catch up, like we either get on the phone or like just text each other. See, that's the thing, right? Women can sit down with best friends and talk for 3 hours. I have never been on a 3-hour conversation with another man. When I catch up with them, it's like an hour.
Yeah.
An hour and a half. The most was like 2 hours.
That's because you guys don't give details.
No, we do, but like our details are different. Like, have you ever seen the one where a guy comes home and tells his girlfriend, "Oh, by the way, my best friend got engaged. They're getting married." Like, did you get the date? I'm like, no. And she just told me we're getting married and we've picked a date, but
that's what I mean. But you guys don't get details. That's for like when you're getting married. How did you guys meet? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are the colors for the wedding? What is it? All these different things that matter. So when we do catch up, even though I haven't seen each other, it's like we talk about everything from like the last time we saw each other until now, and we have a full scope of the individual. You guys are like, okay, this, too cool. Done.
Yeah, no, but I think it's okay.
But maybe it makes sense to you. Maybe it's something that works for you. Maybe.
It's something that works for us. Because also it's like, there's some friends I can talk about deep shit, and then there's other friends I don't talk about deep shit just because of the nature of our relationship. Not in that I couldn't open or trust them, but it's just like, this is how the relationship is, and none of us are really care to change it. Because it's like, example, right? I'm sure you have friends who, when you want to have deep, thoughtful conversations, you hit up. But then before you're pregnant, you had other friends who you just go out drinking with.
Yeah.
Right? And that doesn't mean you can't have a deep conversation with them, but it's just like, they're my drinking friend.
Funny enough, I'm someone who likes deep conversations, but I see your point. I was gonna say that like actually the people I go drinking with, I might end up in a deep conversation with regardless. But I see your point about like there's different types of people where you know that okay, their level of we're not really that close for them to know my personal deep stuff. So carry on.
Yeah, and then the other thing is what was I supposed to say? It was about to be men and women, like, oh my God, I'm having a brain fart moment. Because I had the idea just on the tip of my tongue, but then I lost it. Right. Wait.
You're talking about how there are men and women, deep conversations, guys.
I'm having a brain fart moment during the podcast episode.
You can't ask me. You can't.
Oh, the other one. Yes, now I remember the friendship thing is if you like us, every guy has gone through this, right? Like where they're dating someone and then you see your girl, whether her friendship with a guy or a girl, and you're like, yeah, don't trust those people. Like, they're not really your friends. They don't fuck with you the way you fuck with them. And I've got into arguments with chicks about this. I'm like, telling you, that person is bad for you. It's like, no, I've known her forever, yada, 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 whatever. And it's like, to me, it's obvious that this person low-key doesn't like them. Sabotages them. But to her, it's not. And I've seen every guy go through this with their girlfriend, where it's like, you shouldn't hang out with those people. I think they're bad for you. Because for us, we can see that thing. But them, it's like, no, I've known them since childhood, yada, yada, yada.
You know, there's a fine line for that one. Like, I've been in situations where that kind of advice has been both helpful, but in another situation where it's been harmful. You know, especially like if you're in a relationship and a guy's telling you, okay, don't trust that guy, or don't trust. If you're saying don't trust that guy because I know that guy has a thing for you, that's one thing. But it's like, oh, don't trust those people. I've seen situations and been in situations where it's like, don't trust her, and then you end up isolating the individual. You know, it can be a blurred line. So which one are you talking about exactly? You're talking about where it's like you can pay attention. Like a guy can, like for example, me as a girl, if some girl is coming up to my man and I can see, or they're friends, I can see the intentions behind what she wants.
Yes, there's that one where it's like, I know how other men think. Because every man has been in that situation when they were younger, where he started out as the shoulder to cry on before they started fucking. Right?
Oh, yeah.
But then there's also that situation of the one where it's like guys will tell like their girls, hey, that girl is not really your friend, don't trust that person. Because I told you with this specific example, it's like she was low-key undermining her. I could see it, and it's like, are you sure she's your best friend? And every guy has gone through, like all my guys' friends, we've all gone through this, where it's like, we try telling them, hey, that girl, be careful with her. But because you guys have known each other for so long and are so like linked, it's like hard to see it. You get it?
I think it's up to the individual to see it. It's hard to give someone advice. So again, because we're talking about two different things. The first thing, if it's, for example, I'm noticing that a girl who's a friend with my man has ulterior motives, the way I'm going to address that is different from if I see my guy friend or my man having a friend who is like completely taking advantage of him. So let's say it's that one situation. I will tell, actually both ways. I'll tell him, hey, listen, I can see that girl's intentions. I know your intentions. I trust you, right? I trust that you are somebody who would not go that far. But I see what that girl's doing, and I don't like it, right? I will vocalize, mention that I trust him, and it's up to him to make the right decision. Now, if he is smart, baby, if you are smart, you will cut ties. But it's up to the guy. But now in the other scenario, where it's like I'm noticing his friend, who is known for a long time, and I'm seeing how manipulative he's being, I will mention it. I will mention it. But again, I will make it his choice. Yeah. To decide, because that's a friend that you've had for a while. Like, I'm not going to, you probably know how to manage that friend or whatever, but I'm just going to show you what I've seen. But at the same time, I'm not going to force you not to be friends with that person. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I like that, because there was a time, some people used to hang out back in the day. And one day my sister was like, she hanged out with us, and she's like, don't trust those niggas, they ain't real friend. I was like, nah, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Now that I'm older, I'm like, she was 1,000% correct. I should not have trusted those guys.
And we're right, yes.
I stopped hanging out. I haven't hanged out in more than 10 years with them, but it's just like, nah.
Yeah. But it's better when you see it. Someone can point it out, right? But it's better for you to see it, because I feel like when you come out of it because someone told you and you don't see it yourself, you either go back into that situation or you end up getting mad at the person who told you, because you're like, oh, you just isolated me from my friends, or you just, I don't know. That's at least my perspective.
I want to bring up something a little bit spicy. It connects to the whole thing of Kigali we share. How many, I know friendship groups where everyone is fucking with each other, and it's like, are you guys friends or just, this is why, like, can men and women be friends? Because you see friendship groups like that where everyone is fucking each other. I've seen multiple friendship groups from all walks of life where it's like, bro, Like, remember when last year there was the Gisenyi thing, and you saw the stories of people
I saw
doing.
some. I didn't see all of them.
Oh, I had screenshots
Oh my god, pull them out.
of some of the things people were doing, and it was disgusting. I was like, why?
I'm like, are these sex deprived? Like,
Oh
not
yeah,
looking
yeah,
up
yeah.
enough?
We're sex deprived and then we're sexually repressed because of the culture, but at the same time we're nasty as fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because like, isn't it like when you get married, they give that whole talk to the woman goes aside. Yeah, we love sex, but then we repress it and don't talk about it, and then get surprised that this happens.
That needs to change. I mean, in a healthy way. That needs to change. But carry on. So yeah, you're saying about
Like
together you share and
how so many people are just fucking each other and they're friends. Are they really friends or
they're fuck buddies? They're homies in the rooms.
Nah. Like the idea of it's just so wrong to me.
I mean, okay, how do I personally think? Me as I am here today, about to be 30 years old. Do I approve?
No.
But at the same time, again, I would distance myself from that kind of crowd. Do you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, but it exists, and they're all friends and they're all aware. It's consensual. It's not bringing drama. It's weird. Is it weird? Yes. But like, is it consensual? Okay. Just use protection. And think before you do all this. Like, are they using protection? If they're not, then that's I don't know. It's too touchy. I just feel like it's just okay. Me as me again. Do I approve? No. But can I judge? I guess maybe I'm not judging because I know a couple people and I'm just kind of like...
But yeah, let's move away from that topic before we get more trouble. But the thing you said about like men are more likely to fall first, I think I can agree with. But also on the flip side of it, I think women are more likely to assume platonic intentions.
Yes.
Right? I'm sorry, like, if you're a cute girl, that guy is not helping you out of the kindness of his heart. He likes you.
I'm dead. What? Well, it depends again on the
No,
situation.
like, I have seen this in my own experience. Men will treat the prettier girl nicer than the one who's not.
Well then, damn.
Like,
Why?
there's restaurants I go to where there's like one pretty waitress. Every man is always asking her to come serve them because she's pretty.
And you guys are more visual animals.
Yeah, we're visual animals. So it's like women are more like... No, I think women are more likely to think platonic intentions when I'm a man. I know how we think. We are like hunters. Like, that's the thing. Like, when it's with women, it's like hunting. This is a target you're going to get. How am I going to get this? I've been with my guys. We'll be like, yo, who's this girl? And we'll sit there and go like, okay, these are her friends. This is us as a guy, we think. This is her group of friends. I know some of them, so I can already infer what type of person she is. These are the kind of places she likes to go. She says she likes doing X, Y, Z. It's like I start putting together a mental model. And from there, I'll be like, this is the type of girl I'll take to an art show. This is the type of girl I take to a nice restaurant. And this is the type of girl I just take to a bar for cocktails.
Okay, how does that work?
And if she's artsy, you take her to an art event.
No, I'm saying, like, how does it work that your brain just all of a sudden categorizes and says, okay, this is a person that I'm doing this, and this is a person I'm doing that, and this is a person...
Because I can see and will tell what kind of person they are.
And this is all in hopes of?
Yeah, smashing. Like, see, this is how men... I know how men think. That's why when your man tells you don't hang it, don't trust that guy, there's a reason. Because once upon a time, he was that guy. Because I've seen, like, sometimes been a situation where as a guy you still go from another guy, or you're the shoulder to cry on, and then things change, right? Or I know guys who played the long game, like, a couple years, just waited at the right time and then struck it, and the opportunity presented itself. Men are hunters, and that's the thing women don't understand, is when we see a cute girl or girl we like, we go into hunting mode and we start breaking it down. We start analyzing her. We're like, you start trying to figure out, you look at her social media, what kind of content she posts, right? You look at her friends, the kind of places she likes to go to.
But I also feel like, okay, again, because I'm speaking from a different place. I'm speaking from a person who's married, right? So I feel like the hunting for me has completely dried up. Nobody's hitting my DMs ever since that man put a ring on it.
Oh yeah.
Nobody is in my DMs. We thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, people even. I remember I was having a conversation with someone because I like before at parties and stuff like that, like certain parties, I'd be there and like someone would call me and be like, "Oh, come." And so this one time I hit a friend of mine. I was like, "Oh my God, you guys have been having parties. Why aren't you guys hitting me up?" He's like, "Well, you're married." I said, "Oh, well, I mean, now I know what your intentions were."
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like once you get married, it just changes. Like, but it's different. I think it's different for the man. I feel like once the man gets married, hey, women.
Hey, I have a friend who will wear a ring, say he's married to get more girls, and it works.
Yo.
Because women, like, they think, again, it's going back to psychology and evolution, if they see a man and he's married, they go like, there must be a reason that woman married him. I want some of that.
I want him. I want a settled man too.
Right? And I've seen and been in situations where I have a relationship with someone, I'm dating someone, everyone knows I'm dating this person, and girls will low-key slide in my DMs. Yo, what's up? You want to hang out? Like, they will be like, because they know. Like, even guys have experienced it. It's like, it's easier to get a girl when you have a relationship versus when you're single.
That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy for me because I'm like, if, let's say, right? God forbid, I know my man, he wouldn't do this, but let's say now you've slid into my man's DMs and then like now he responds to you and all you end up getting, doesn't that show that he's actually a problem?
It goes back to that thing we talked about with cheating last week. It's a gray area.
No, but I'm like, use your senses. If you're able to go into this man's DMs because you see that he's a settled man, and you're like, oh, let me be friends with this guy now because I see, okay, I want some of that, and then he comes towards you now, like that just goes to show you, like now you just ruined a marriage and also ruined for yourself because you realize this guy's a cheater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird, but still, they still want it. Like
they still like the idea, the illusion, the. Hi.
Some girls are perfectly content to being with the side girl.
Is that true?
Yeah, some women are perfectly content with that.
I'd like to see comments about that. I'd like to see comments, but on the aspect of like, at least for me, in my experience, maybe it's different for other women who are married, who are in relationships. Maybe people now are sliding more in their DMs, but for me personally, I've just noticed less.
Nah, it depends because also as guys that it's not just that we're hunters, we also like the challenge of it. Like sometimes a girl will say, no, I have a boyfriend, and as a guy it will challenge them. It turns something on where it's like, fuck, I'm still gonna try, and they try. I've been in situations like that where it's like she has a girlfriend, I'm like, fuck.
It also depends where you're hanging out.
Yeah, it was a bar, so I was just like, yeah, I'm still gonna be flirting with her.
Yeah.
Just because it's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score.
Yeah.
As messed up as it is to say, it is true. Just because it's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score.
That is problematic, but my brain is too tired to analyze that statement. What's the next point? What's the next point here?
I think it's just that's the whole thing.
So, in summary, men and women can be friends. It just depends on where you are in life. So if you're in a relationship or if you're married, your dynamics are probably going to have to change a little bit.
Yeah, like my sister told me because another one of my friends got engaged recently. The pressure. And I tell her, yeah, we don't hang out that much because our lives are busy. And she goes, yeah, that's what happens with most healthy men I've seen in Rwanda. The moment a lot of men, when they get in a healthy relationship, the way they disappear, not all men. Ooh, don't get it twisted. You can still go out with the boys, but then the way they disappear.
Yeah, because they're building a home. Okay? That takes attention, that takes time, that takes effort.
And then also, like, when I look at my female friends, if they're, like, in a serious relationship or they are married, I don't hang out with them as much. I don't, hit them up for things unless it's like, we'll go hang out somewhere or let's catch up. But when they were single, it's like, yo, what are you doing this Saturday? Like, oh, we're going to wherever. We're going to Boho. Like, yeah, I bet, let's go.
Yeah.
Right? Because then it's like, okay, yeah, they're married. whatever. It's going to be weird if I'm always hitting them up. Let me just put space between us.
I think there should be a healthy balance. It shouldn't be like all the time. As a married person, I've noticed that as well. Like there's less of whatever, but I still feel like even unmarried people and married people can still hang out. It won't be the same, right? So it's okay to hit us up once in a while, because it's like also like, damn guys, hello, I know I'm pregnant and I'm married, but like I'm still here. But at the same time, don't have the same expectations of before.
Right, yeah.
Like, it's not going to be the same.
Yeah, even I think, yeah, when you get married, the way you handle a lot of your friendship changes, because you're not doing the same shit you were doing when you were young, wild, and single. When you're single, like you could,
or you just change. You're no longer like for example, if before I was the wild card or whatever, now I'm probably the mother of the group.
Yes. I get that one 100% for like.
See that?
You go from being the wild one to being the most. That's the trippiest thing about getting older. You go from being the wild one to like being the most responsible of the group.
Yep.
There'll be times when boys are going to do something and I'll be like, okay, bet we're going on a trip. I was like, okay, bet. Are the batteries charged? Yes. Do we have extra cables? Yes. Okay. Do you remember this? Yes. I'll just go looking around. What about this? Yes. This? Yes. Keep in mind, I am not the most not responsible, but like everyone knows I can be a wee bit wild when we go out.
Yeah. I've never gone out to these. I don't know.
Yeah, me, I have ADHD, and alcohol makes my ADHD more intense in terms of I just want to be social and just be like, I will be moving from, there's times where I'll be drinking, I'll be sitting with my group of friends, I'll go talk to another group of people, then another group, then another group, then another group. At the end of the night, I'm going with another group to go somewhere else. Because my ADHD is like, yeah, fuck it, just...
To be fair, I'm kind of the same.
I get distracted so much when I'm drunk. Like everything distracts me. Like,
To be fair, it depends. Sometimes, although now it's changed a little bit. Now I'm more of like the sit down. But then no, I like what is it? It's like that dose of like entertainment. Like if the conversation gets dead, especially if I'm drinking, like if the conversation's dead, I'm like, I want to go to another conversation. So
that one, jumping from conversation to conversation when you're bored is like, oh.
Yeah, otherwise I'll fall asleep or I'll sit down. Or unless I find someone to have a deep conversation with. I'm like, yo, do you know I think I'm a therapist? Like a drunk therapist? Do you know how people have drunk personalities?
Yeah.
I'm a drunk therapist.
Oh, I'm super sociable. I want to talk to everyone. I have it because the thing is that because of the alcohol, you have like quote unquote liquid courage. I just go talk to many random people as possible, especially girls as well. Like I just go talk. I'll just be talking to anyone. Like I have no fear of you. I'll be like, hey, what's up? Like I'm like so happy. Like just like I'll be talking.
What?
Like the last.
I'm like, how are you really? How have you been? What's going on? Talk to me. Some people have actually opened up, man, and I'm like, I'm here for you. Tell me more.
Yeah, I think in conclusion, yeah, men and women can be friends. There's certain like red flags you should look out for when a person like tries to cross a boundary.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. As the individual, so again, depending on your where you are in life, like let's say you're single, it could be completely different for you than it is for me. Like you can have friends that are girls, right?
But also it goes back, remember what I said before, it's like most of the women I know, like best friends I've known for a long time is like from back in the day, like in high school. The other ones I met through, like now we're working, right? Now we've formed a relationship because of this. All the women I've met nowadays, it's because of like some project I'm working on or a friend introduced us. I don't go out of, like the older I get, it's like I don't go out of my way to make new female friendships. It just happens because of work. I'm not saying that like, oh, I need a new female bestie or whatever you want to say. Or because I see a pretty girl and I start talking to her, if I'm interested in her, yeah. But if I see it doesn't work out or she's not interested in me, I'm like, why am I going to waste my time and just move on?
So now your brain is more focused on like relationship, establishing like a deeper relationship in terms of romance rather than friends. Yeah,
like the whole thing of like, actually this is an interesting question. The whole thing of becoming friends first with someone before you start dating them, to me has never made sense.
Really?
Because let's say you introduce me to a friend of yours, right? She's cute, I like her, and then I'm like, yo, Amanda, who's your friend? I ask you about her, right? And if I like her vibe, why do I want to be friends with her? I'm going to ask her out a date. We go out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Being friends first is like, that's just a waste of time.
I don't know.
If you see something, go for it. If not, just move on.
I know. Funny enough, I've heard that a lot from men, but I feel
because we become more practical the older you get, right? Because again, it goes back to that thing of, if I'm friends with a woman, it's like more. It carries more. There's more energy required to deal with you and your bullshit, right? So, example, you can tell me like, "Oh, I dated this guy. I told you you shouldn't have dated that guy," and then we're gonna be sitting there for 40 minutes talking about how all the shitty things he did to you, even though I warned you. Like, nigga, I warned you. And we're gonna be sitting there for 40, 50 minutes going back and forth trying to solve the problem, whatever it is, and it just requires more energy. My guy friends, it doesn't require that much energy.
Are you willing to have new guy friends?
That's the other thing as well. It's very hard for me nowadays, like the older I get, to make new friends, because everyone I'm friends with falls into like 3 categories. Friends from school that I've known for forever. Family, so cousins, because I hang out a lot with my cousins. And then the third group is people I met from those friends from school or my cousins. Otherwise, I don't go out of my own way to make new friendships, because the only time I do is when I think the person is interesting. Okay. So example, like the guy I told you about the gym. Unfortunately, I always forget his name. And I haven't seen him in a while because now I changed the location of my gym. That was the last time I wanted to make a new friend. No, that, and then there's a guy I always hang out when I go to this particular bar, just because we both love anime. It's like I want to be friends with him because he's actually cool to hang out with. But otherwise, I don't go out of my own way to make new friendships.
I don't know. In my opinion, I understand what you're saying, because in reality, I'm kind of there where, to be fair, a lot is going on in my life for me to make new friends. But I've also started to realize that it's kind of, because there's different types of friends that you meet over time. So there's my best friend, who I knew my whole life growing up. And then there's close friends who understand where I'm at right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes,
it's now, like when I look at it again, like I always give the example, is most of my best friends are going to be engaged by the end of this year. The ones I've known for a long time, I know they're going to be engaged because they're in long-term serious relationships.
And the good thing for you is that, like, when you get married, right, and whatever, you'll be catching up to them. But imagine you're the first one to get married, and you're the first one to be having a child. Then all of a sudden, it's like you're the person who talks about marriage and kids all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
And so all of a sudden, you kind of need another friend or another person who understands. So I feel like I'm starting to look for, it doesn't change my childhood friends, because my childhood, eventually they're going to get there, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't change like the roots, but it does over time. You do end up needing close people who you can consider like best friends in certain seasons of your life.
That is very true, because when I look at it now, this is another point I'm going to bring up, is where it's guys who are similar situations like me, whether in terms of one, hardworking men. I don't have no respect for men who don't have something going on, right? So it's hardworking men who have their own thing and then also we're on the same socioeconomic class, meaning that we make around the same money, or they make more money than me. And the reason that is, it's also like I don't like having broke friends anymore, because I don't want to go out and be the one paying the bills all the time, right? I'm friends. Some of my friends are friends with me because they know I can keep up with them. So if they say, "Hey, we're going to the expensive restaurant," I'm not gonna be, "Oh, it's too expensive." I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, I can drop the $100K for dinner," right? So the idea of being friends with someone who's broke or dating a girl who's broke is just,
oh my God.
Because I don't want to be the one doing everything or paying for everything all the time.
But can there be friends who are not on the same social economic status as you, but who still respect the concept of they have to pay for their own stuff?
Yes, that is true. But the thing is, nowadays, like most of my guy friends, they're all hardworking, right? They all either own businesses or they're climbing the corporate ladder and they're getting paid well. So it's like, it's very nice having
very nice.
Yeah, right? But
I both agree and disagree. I agree in terms of it is important to have friends in spaces where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? And for motivational purposes, because you are who your friends are type thing. But then I also give benefit of the doubt. Is that a word in this? I don't know if I can. But to people who are not on the same social economic status as me, because I'm like, they also have dreams.
Yeah, no, that is 100% true. But then it's also like something I've noticed about myself nowadays is the people in my inner circle are mostly people like us, meaning who grew up outside, who are exposed.
Yeah.
Because it's easier for them to understand. Like I've given this example so many times where I'm hanging out with a group of people. It's like example, like let's say my roommate's friends, and they're all sharing stories about something they went through. And then this happened once, but it's also happened multiple times where I say something similar, and my story was about like skiing in Japan or some shit. The moment the words leave my mouth, I realize how privileged I am, and they notice it as well, and it changes the way like, damn nigga, like you did that. I was like, I wasn't trying to show off. I was just trying to like share an experience, and every time that happens, it's like, yeesh.
Me, I don't care. With those friends of mine who are in a different economic status, if I say something and it comes out privileged, I'll be like, yeah, I am.
Yeah, but also sometimes.
What must I say?
Yes.
I get it.
No, I don't apologize for it, but it's also like, when we think about some of the stuff, like both of us, because of our parents, we got to experience, it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
At the same time, most people have never experienced that.
And I hope they do.
Yeah, I hope they do too. But it's just like when I think about some of the things I've seen and done as a kid,
yeah.
I'll give you 2 example stories after the podcast. Mm-hmm. I stand there and think like, oh my God, that is pretty. When I tell you the story.
Is it more about how are they seeing me
mm-hmm.
versus, again, because I think I told you this in an episode before where I said I tend to have friends in different, you know what I'm saying? So I can have friends from the same socio-economic status, and then I can have, especially in Rwanda, you know, all that stuff, and then expat friends, and then I can have friends who are in a different class, mm-hmm. right? And I've noticed, of course, those who are in a different class, like, yes, the amount of times they say, oh, rich kid, the amount of times they say, sorry, pregnant, guys. I'm pregnant, so yeah. I burp a lot. Anyway, so the amount of times they've said all that stuff, I'm like, yeah. But then also, the reason why I still hang out, right, is because they also give me an insight mm-hmm. on like life, mm-hmm. you know, like real life and how real life is. And because there's certain things that also in our cloud of the 1-2%, we're so up there we don't recognize is happening in real life, and we end up looking like flipping idiots, man.
Oh yeah, we were talking about this. Yeah, we do.
You know what I'm saying? We end up
sometimes we do come off as entitled assholes.
Yeah, and we look dumb because it's kind of like, yeah, you've been so up there, you don't realize what's happening on the ground. You're so out of touch that people cannot connect with you. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's not something I want to strive to be. I want to be a well-rounded person, and a well-rounded person has input from so many different people. Going back to the whole point of having friends, guy friends, right? I want to be a well-rounded person. I don't mm-hmm. want to just exclude male friends now because I'm like, okay, I'm married. I don't want to have guy friends because what are people going to think? Because they could have an input or a concept about the guy world. You teach me about men stuff sometimes all the time, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know? And rather than me just focusing on girl world, woman world, you know? So also having friends in different social classes is a different thing. It doesn't mean that you have to, you're going to aim to be, to what can I say? It doesn't mean that you have to, it doesn't mean that it's going to limit you from succeeding. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? You still need to have, of course, mentors, have people in your life who help you succeed. Mm-hmm. But I think it's also very important to have friends in different backgrounds to keep you grounded, to keep you aware of what's going on. Like, you know, politicians sometimes who, like, I'll say, for example, the U.S. U.S. is the best example. Politicians like Trump. Mm-hmm. This guy was given $1 million as a teenager.
Yeah, a small loan of $10 million to start a business. What I'm saying? Ah, yeah.
And that is his way of connecting with the people. I'm like, my God.
A small loan of $10 million.
Do you know what I'm saying? I never want to be that. I never want to be that. Oh, yeah,
you don't want to be... It's not... Yeah, of course, like, I get it, but it's also like... I'm used to hang out with, like, you know, the friends, like, in our social circle, because it's very easy to connect with them, tell them things.
Those are the best friends. Like, you know, my best friend and stuff. Like, yeah, I get that, and it's comfortable. but open up.
Yeah, I've tried opening up more. It's like I always use that as a marker because for me it's like, for me as with men, I have to respect you as a man, and for me to respect you as a man is what are you doing? If you're just doing nothing all day and you drink every day consistently, you're just partying and shit. For me, it's like, come on, bro. Like, I think it's perfectly acceptable from the ages of 18 to 24 for you to be a dumbass partying all the time because you haven't figured out your things, right?
Fair.
But when you get to a certain age, you have to be like, dude, you want to be doing this for the rest of your fucking life?
Fair.
Don't get it twisted. I still go out, like, 2 weeks ago, I was out until like 5 in the morning. But it's also like you have to be doing something, right? I will respect the cleaner who works hard versus another one of my fellow rich kids who doesn't do anything all day.
Fair. Now that's character.
Right?
That I agree with you.
It's about what are you doing?
That I 110% agree with you.
Right?
Like,
if you're not doing anything as a man, useless, it's in my head, I'm like, fucking useless man of society. Like, do something with your life.
yeah. Like if someone's bringing you down and dragging you down, doesn't matter where they come from, but like if they're dragging you down and not contributing to themselves and yeah, that I see. That I would cut off if they're a toxic friend. That I would definitely cut off. So
no, I think that's about it. We're almost time.
Yeah.
We're both getting tired. We both need to go home and sleep.
guys, I'm so sorry. Today I don't know what's going on.
I'm going to go home and I'm going to be watching, I think I'm going to watch Rookie. I'm just so hooked on it. It's just so well written. Like, you can tell that they're following real, like they got a real cop to come on and tell them how the cops do things. They show the procedure. Like, it's a very good procedural show. So example, like, they have this thing is because it's in LA. You have to have a training officer when you become a police officer. That training officer needs to get trained on how to train, right? One of them there was this time they had to go into a house where there's a gangbanger. She goes out back and she goes, I have qualifications for a machine gun. Let me go get it. I think it was an M14 or something. She had to have qualifications to use that in the field. Right? When they arrest someone, they follow the procedure. They'll show an episode example when they're dealing with someone who's having an overdose and how that's dealt with in conjunction with the fire. They'll show when they're doing a manhunt, when they're working with the FBI, when they're dealing with a terrorist. And it's like, this looks like legit real and it's super cool.
Oh, I don't know why I thought The Rookie was like a comedy type.
It is. It does have a lot of funny moments, but they take it very seriously, right? So, example, I was watching one recently where the main crew characters, all of them were getting attacked by some random guy, and they were terrified. They were scared. They had to get bodyguards, even though they're police. The other police to watch over them, and then it turns out that guy was using it as a distraction to go rob the Federal Reserve.
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm going to watch that, and I'm almost finished Superman and Lois. Unfortunately, they only made 4 seasons, and I'm on the 4th one, and I'm so sad because it's so good.
I hate the endings of like nice
series. Now this is not. I don't think there's many as good shows as there were before, but the ones who are good, right? Like they go for like. I think it's important that a show stop. Sometimes it's better to stop at season 5 or 6 than go 10. But other times it's like. You did 4 amazing seasons and everybody loved it. Why did you stop making it?
Yeah, like just do one more.
Yeah, one more.
Maybe that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid that one more might be... Like, for example, Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everything was amazing. And then that one more just killed it.
Yeah, after season 5, it went downhill. Like, you could see it slowly.
In my opinion, all of it was good. But the last...
Season? Was so...
Said, what the hell?
Yeah, it was bad. Like, sometimes shows should stop. But the thing also is, like, I think it depends on who created it. So, like... The people who created the Superman Lewis, they're guys who read the comics, right? The reason when a show is good and it's been adapted from something else, those are people who love the content of it, right?
Fair.
But otherwise, they could have gone another season or 2, and it would have been perfectly fine, and it would have been amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I'll give them a check.
I
will also go home and watch a different world. I'll probably go eat a healthy meal.
Healthy meals? No.
Yeah.
On Saturday, on weekends, I'm a completely lazy person. On weekends, I just order out. I just order like, on Vuba, the buy one, get one free pieces.
Don't remind me, bro.
So that's what I do on Saturdays. Like if I'm home, I'll buy one, get one free, eat that pizza with one pizza then, and in the morning eat the rest one because I'm too lazy to cook. I do not want to cook on weekends. I hate cooking on weekends.
Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna cook, but I'm definitely gonna have to go get a healthy meal. Probably do some walking, and 'cause I'm getting closer to the due date and everything, so everything's gotta be healthy.
You can't have sugar.
Everything's gonna have to be healthy. So
You can't have sugar anymore.
Can't have sugar.
No cakes, no pastries.
No cakes.
I was about to recommend a donut place.
Don't do that to me.
The one I posted the
Not
other day.
necessary.
It was nice. So guys, thank you. Comment, like, subscribe. Tell us what you think. Can you think men and women can be friends? We think yes or no. If you have a funny story, leave it down below.
Yeah. And then since we went into the whole scope of any kind of friendship, what do you think about the different types of topics of friends that we talked about? Like, can you be friends with people in different socioeconomic classes, or can you not? Can you, all that stuff?
That one's definitely cause trouble.
Well.
Yeah, no, I have a habit of run these people off.
Well, he said it. He probably thought it, but he said it.
All right, guys, thank you. Comment, like, subscribe, and then see you next time.
Bye.
Peace.